Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Blueprint the Culture. I am your host, Talia Johnson Huff, and it is another Thursday in sunshiny Buffalo. Yeah, it's not sunshiny, but anyway. I am joined by someone near and dear to my heart who I just met, and she is moving and shaking in the Buffalo, I would say, burlesque scene.
Yes.
And so she had an amazing event, and I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we're just going to be vibing this morning. Monisha, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Introduce yourself. Tell us what you do, who you are, where you from.
Hey, everybody. My name is Monisha Groff. I'm from Buffalo, New York, and I am the founder and creative director of Ladies Cabaret Lounge, a luxury entertainment brand providing immersive cabaret experiences and kind of like burlesque. You know, I bring the community together. What do I do?
A rabble rouser. I'm sorry.
I'm causing chaos in the scene right now with my burlesque events.
I love it because you know what? It's risky. It's a risky business, the old school movie, right? And when we're talking about burlesque, I think let's talk. Cheryl and I were having a conversation, and she thought that I wouldn't know what burlesque was because really that's an old school phrase.
It is.
And that I feel like has, come back up, and we don't really have that here in Buffalo. Mm-hmm. So you are literally trailblazing in a scene that was actually very popular in Buffalo years and years ago. I actually have family who was in the burlesque scene, and they've all passed on. So can you talk about what inspired you to do this?
Okay, so my inspiration came from being an exotic dancer. I danced for a few years, and being in that scene, I saw that women aren't treated as they should be. Like, women are actually the highlight of going to a strip club.
Yeah.
But instead of being treated like that, we're treated like, okay, you have to pay these house fees. You have to tip out everybody. If you're not tipping somebody, then we don't like you. We're not going to secure you. Management is not great to dancers in the club. So when I moved up to being a DJ and I was treating the dancers with the respect that they deserve because I used to be a dancer, I said, hey, I need to actually do something for us because working in these clubs, it is a job. And if the management isn't providing the customers for us, we're not making any money. And people can say what they want about the strip club. It is a real job. You have to market yourself. You have to brand yourself. You have to have customer service skills in order to make that money. Yes. But if we don't have the correct platform, we're not going to make that money. So I said, okay, let me elevate this. Let me make this something where people want to come to my club, but don't feel like, it's nasty. Like people just brushing up on me. No. So I elevated it. I included local artists in Buffalo. My first event was February 28th.
Hello.
Yes, it was such a success. We sold out the event.
Yes.
It was so cool.
Let's go. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting excited.
I was excited too, girl. I was like, we got a full house. But my first event, I had a local artist. I had Raquel. She is a live vocalist.
Yes.
She sang. She opened the show. And then I had Goddess Bliss. She does erotic poetry. So she did some really good poetry. So,
did you record it?
Yes.
Okay.
My event is all about elevating your senses as well. So touch, taste, smell, your ears, every single thing, right? And then I took exotic dancers from the stripper club and I brought them to my platform and they did wonderful. When you walked in, you didn't just see naked girls walking around. No, my girls were dressed in gowns. They had very beautiful gowns on, shoes on, looked beautiful, and they spoke to everybody in the room. They didn't just push up on you and say, give me your money. No, they said, hey, I'm actually a real person and this is what I like to do with my life. So if you are interested, and the people, they loved that they were actually able to speak to the dancers without the dancers being pushy upon them.
Yeah.
And then we had dinner. We had a chef curated meal provided by Chef DJ's Kitchen.
Hello.
And everybody got served. I had servers. We serving you drinks. We serving you food. It's just an immersive experience in the cabaret. And that's what I want to do. I don't want it to just be looked at as a strip club because we're not a strip club. We are women who love to dance and move our bodies, and it's not a crime to get paid for that.
It's not. First of all, that experience, the way you explained the experience changed a lot. Let me tell you why, because sometimes, what's written is written and people can then take that and create it into whatever narrative they want in their own mind, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you talk about cabaret or burlesque or strip club, and all of those have like negative connotations to them. But when the way you speak about it shows your passion. And so thank you for breaking that down I can't think of a person better to do what you've done because you're so passionate about it. And I didn't know your story. And so hearing that little piece of your story just changed everything. Let me ask you this. First of all, I saw that this event was awesome just from people posting. I saw no photos, but it was just people were posting that they had an amazing time. It was like, oh, this was dope, And so that people spoke for what you didn't have to go in there and talk, oh, this was great. People spoke about it. So kudos to you and congratulations.
Thank you.
On the opening of something amazing. I'm so excited for you. And so I want to go back to one of the things that you stated is that, when you started out as an exotic dancer and what the connotation that people have about women who, go into that art form. Can you talk about like the why behind you dancing?
Okay, so I'll be honest.
Please. This is Blueprints of Culture.
Listen, I used to look at women and say, I would never be a dancer. Like, that is so degrading. Like, why would you ever do that to yourself? Because I used to read urban books. My mom used to have a library of these urban books. And it was always like a woman who went through a terrible childhood or something. And then she was like, I'm going to be a stripper. And it was supposed to be some glamorous thing. And then it was like women they would be in domestic violent relationships. They would get hooked on drugs. Yeah. They were having sex for money. It was terrible.
It was crazy. And it's like, we don't believe you because this is what you do. So if you've gotten raped, this is what you deserve.
You're asking for it.
Yes.
Right. So I said I would never be an exotic dancer. And then I moved to Las Vegas right before my 21st birthday. I thought everything was going to be great. I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm going to get a job. No, it didn't happen like that, actually. I was jobless for a very long time, and I was staying with family. I met a friend through the family, and we became close, and we started talking. I'm staying the night with him and stuff. In that relationship, he one day was like, you should probably be a dancer. And I was like, nah, I never do that. Like, that couldn't be me. A couple weeks later, it was more than a suggestion and more like, you're going to get into the strip club. Basically, he was trying to pimp me out.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I didn't get into the strip club because I actually wanted to be a dancer. I got into it because somebody said, hey, you have to do this, basically. So I started in Vegas, and life moved really, really fast in Vegas. Management really did exploit these dancers. The customers exploited the dancers because sex work is legal in Vegas. Yeah. So people were really exploiting you. So Vegas moved too fast, left Vegas. I came home. What I love about the stripper clubs, the freedom. You have so much freedom to make your own hours and to live your own life. And you get to make this money, right? You have to be smart with your money, though. Yeah. So a lot of women, another reason I started this is because women are not super smart with their money coming from the strip club. You get it real fast, you spend it real fast.
Spend it, yeah.
So when I came to Buffalo, it was really fun. And I said, I actually want to still be a dancer. I told my mom about it. And she was like, you sure? I said, yes. So I started dancing in Buffalo. And I fell in love with the atmosphere. The Body Shop, thank you so much for allowing me to dance on your stage. Okay.
Hello.
Listen, because I fell in love with my body. I fell in love with people who could appreciate me. Like, everybody's not terrible that come into the strip club.
Right.
I met some wonderful people inside the strip club. The only thing is about the strip clubs, the structure is off. And it's just, I want to change that. I want the women to be educated, but with this money. Like, you need to invest your money. Yes, if you make $100 today, do not go out and get your nails done, girl. Right. No. And they need to know how to file a 1099 because you are an independent contractor. You are spending money to work.
But
listen. If I had a me back in 2016,
come on,
things would have went differently. But today I have me, and I want to help. The strip club is forever. I went to the stripper club the other day, and there was a man I saw 10 years ago. People want this life. They want to go in here, and they want to see these women do their thing. Whatever. Whoever you are, we love you. Thank you for supporting the dancers. But I want to elevate it. I want it to be more than that. I want it to be more than we just coming in here and throwing you $1. No, $1 ain't gonna pay my bills, sir.
Yeah.
And people may say you could get another job. You don't have to be a stripper. I don't have to be, but let me tell you something. It is a great place to be when you are doing it right and when you are treated right. And that's what I want to do with my ladies. I want to do it right for them because it's an art form.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. That understanding and the behind the scenes, you took that, and this is an experience that started off negative,
Yes.
right? So you took lemons and you didn't just make lemonade, you bottled it up and sold it for a profit. Okay, you talking about like, okay, this is how much I'm making from it. Like you did your thing with this. And that's what I love because it created, this was already in you.
It was already in me.
You have a lot of business sense, and your hardship you turned into education.
Yes.
Not only just for yourself. You didn't just say, you know what, I'm going to do better. You decided to reach back and say, I'm going to create a culture of betterness for women who, you know, are choosing this lifestyle, this art form. Because would you consider that an ecosystem?
Yes, I will.
Do you feel like that it's a supportive ecosystem? How's the camaraderie when you're talking about working, you know?
It is very competitive. It
Okay.
is a very competitive field because certain girls are more liked than other girls.
Yeah.
Especially because of the way they look.
Yeah.
And that it's so freaking competitive.
Yeah.
So you have to, like, new girls sometimes don't like the old girls. The old girls don't like the new girls. And it's like, y'all, we are literally all in the same place. No matter how we got here, we are all here to make money. But the reason why it is so competitive, management does put us against each other, and some customers, they do. They'll try to talk about other dancers while you're there with dancers. And if you are a vet in the stripper clubs, you know, you do not talk about other dancers on the floor with customers. Why? Because we are one unit. We are women together who are performing this art. No one's separate here. Yeah, we make our separate money, but as a collective, come on now, ladies, we need the people to return here. And if you aren't somebody's flavor, you don't dog that girl. No, you said, okay, I'm not your flavor. Here's this girl, help her make some money. You know what I mean? Because we all just want to sustain our lives.
Right. I've always thought so, just from watching, I'll say Players Club.
Oh, girl.
Right? When we talk about Players Club, right? That was really the behind the scenes for most of us. Like, if you've never been into a strip club, which is there's a lot of people who have never stepped foot in there because, first of all, how dare you?
How dare you?
What do you say to those people who, you know, they saw this Players Club and now you're talking about this immersive experience, your experience, and it sounds like what started as something negative in your life turned into something positive. So you did fall in love with the atmosphere, the ecosystem, all of those things. What do you say to someone like we're now on the radio and there's kids in here, right? They're coming through. What would you say to someone who's saying, well, I feel like this is a bad display or a bad representation for young girls coming up? What would you say to that? I'm sure you've gotten this before.
I do. And now I have a daughter, right? So I do not encourage anybody to say, oh, I'm going to go be a stripper today. No, because it's actually more than that. You have to have your mental health. It has to be in order. Your emotional health has to be in order. You have to have self-confidence. You can't just be a stripper. Like, it's not healthy to just say, okay, I'm going to go be a stripper. No, you have to have the mindset to do it. Is it something I would want my daughter to do? Hell no. Why? Because, girl, please, out of all the people in the room, the world is a whole different world. You have to be able to handle, there's drugs in there. There's drugs. If you don't have the correct mindset, you're going to do drugs, and then that's how you get addicts. But also, if anyone wanted to go be a dancer, check your management first. Check your management. Have a support system. I started out and I was hiding it. I was hiding everything that I was doing. And my mom even asked me, she said, when I told my mother, she was very upset. She said, are you having sex for money? Are you doing drugs? Are you being pimped out? I said no to everything. I said, Mom, I'm so safe. I'm doing everything great. I was not safe. Everything was not great. So I was in this world where I'm just keeping to myself and doing things I had no business out here doing. But if I had my support system, if I was honest with my mom in the beginning, I wouldn't have done all that I did. I don't, for the women that's in it now, we can do better. We can set the stage. We can do so much better for the generation that will, because the stripper club, it's $1 billion industry. It's going nowhere.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, if you're doing it now, just set the stage for when the new girls come in there, okay? Like I said, I don't promote it to young women. I'm not saying go out and aspire to be this. No, but if you do it, you have to do it correctly. You have to go in with, okay, if I make $5,000 this week, I need to save at least $2,500, probably $3,000. Get you a savings account that grows your money. Definitely invest your money, okay? Don't drink. You don't have to drink to be a dancer. You don't have to do drugs to be a dancer. If you love to dance and you want to make the money hey, that's the reason why we're going to do it. If you want to dance, you want to make that money quick, do it correctly. You can be in and out. You can be in and out in 2 years. You can be in and out in a year. If you get that money, you save that money, you put it away, and you don't fall victim to everything that is negative about the strip club, the drugs, the alcohol, the sex. You actually don't have to do any of that. And I learned it the hard way. I did learn it the hard way.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for, first of all, sharing. Because the thing that happens in our community when we're talking about the blueprint is putting so much stuff up under the rug. Mm-hmm. There are people who will say, oh, this is not appropriate to be on Blueprint the Culture. You are a show that's uplifting and talking about businesses. This is a business. And thank you for sharing, because there are so many people that you're helping just by talking, by sharing, by releasing. The whole goal of what we're doing is to impact, to educate, to elevate. And that's what you're doing. Yes. You took something that affected you negatively. You exposed yourself.
Very exposed.
Right? I mean, in so many different ways, but you no pun intended. But you've literally opened up your life like a book, and I appreciate that, because we're sitting in here. My daughter's in here.
Your daughter's in here.
I digress. What? She's talking about some tuition. Don't let me. You know
Listen.
What? Okay, I'm back. But you have exposed in order to help, in order to elevate, and you've taken something that has a negative connotation on it, and you're educating. And I appreciate the education. There's so much sitting down I had no clue about.
I know.
And here you are talking about she was nervous. She in there, I don't know what to say. What are you talking about? You are a whole entire ecosystem by yourself. And you stepped out in this bold way. That situation that you went through would have shut someone down.
Shut them down. And I did for years. I didn't even know I was suffering from depression. I didn't know until COVID, when the strip club closed and I didn't have a DJ job anymore.
Wow.
So I'm sitting at home like, well, what do I do now? I don't want to do a 9 to 5. I don't want to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to get off at 5 o'clock and then have to go to sleep to wake up and go to work. No, I like the strip club atmosphere because it does. It gives me the freedom to live the life that I want. It ain't the life that everybody else want, but I want to be able to sleep in until 11 o'clock in the morning, okay? And then get up at 8 o'clock p.m. and go to work. I don't want to do anything else.
And you know what? What I love about this is so funny, because we, I would say, demean people's choices in their careers, in their businesses. It's like, nobody told you to wake up and be a plumber. I'm not judging you because you chose to do that. I'm not judging you because you decided to go to law school. I'm not judging you. You chose and here's the thing. You're familiar with it. You have skin in the game. You know the atmosphere. You've learned from it. You know better, so you do better.
I know better, so I do better.
And you teach better. You educate better. And so I'm appreciative of you for just that piece. So thank you for that. And then there's something else I have to thank you for.
Listen, so along with my cabaret, so many things came to me that I was like, I don't want it to just be another strip club, right? So how can I do this? So I got the community involved. I had about 14 sponsors donate to a silent auction.
Wow.
Listen,
Come on,
said
ecosystem.
Buffalo. They showed up for me.
Come on, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. Okay, I'm sorry.
So, and my inspiration behind the silent auction was actually you.
Oh my God.
Yes, Miss Talia Huff Johnson. Why was she my inspiration? Because I met her for the first time at the MWBE gathering at the Kearns Bowling Alley. And your story, your perseverance, every single thing that you told us, I was like, I want to do something for her. So I looked you up. I saw who you were about, whatever. I was like, oh.
I looked you up. Go ahead and Google me, girl.
I thought she got this little foundation or something. What can I do?
Okay, we are too goofy for this.
So I said, I'm going to raise some money. I'm going to raise some money for you. And we raised almost $200 for the rare plays. Yes,
oh my gosh.
Thank you to everybody who bid in the auction and to all my sponsors. They donated some wonderful things in order to raise the money. And not only did I raise money for you, right? I'm going to continue it on with my cabaret because I love giving back. So my next, she probably not listening, but she don't know yet. The next foundation I am donating to is the Abundant Hope Foundation, founded by Kiosha Henson.
Come on, give back. It's so funny that, like, this is so full circle because Cheryl she started this give back. And this was like maybe a couple months ago when she was still in Florida. And she was like, I want to give back. Mm-hmm. And she was like, how can I give back to the rare place? What can I do?
Yeah.
And it's like it's translating through. It's taken on a life of its own, and it's just like spreading abroad. So, first of all, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Second of all, what you're doing, the Rare Place, is the power behind the Buffalo Niagara MWBE Training Day Conference, and behind so many more initiatives. Stay tuned. We have so many more initiatives that we've done. We have been in a 501c3 since 2014.
Okay, yeah.
And we started out really working in the Buffalo Public Schools. So we had a program called Rare Jewels.
I didn't know that.
And it started with young women, yes. And we were in BPS 39. We were at Tapestry Charter School. We had a half a credit course at Bennett High School. And we were teaching some of the very same principles that you were talking about, which is financial literacy, healthy decision making, also, having healthy boundaries, etiquette. Some of the very same things that you were talking about are the things that we taught in the school systems. And it was so powerful that we started as an after school program. And then once, the principal at Bennett started seeing like all these young women saying, can we get our pass extended? We want to stay for the Rare program. He joined our board. Dr. Bert Stevenson, shout out to Dr. Bert Stevenson. Dr. Bert Stevenson now has his own nonprofit where he's helping student athletes. So shout out to Dr. Bert Stevenson, who's also my youngest daughter's godfather. And shout out to her godmother, Dina Stevenson. But we met because of Rare, right? And so the give back goes so deep that after that, we started doing what we call random acts of kindness. So we would just go out into the streets and we would take bags that were filled with snacks. In the winter time, it was gloves, scarves, hats, and a note. And the note would say, you're not alone. And it would just be random notes that we hand wrote, and we put on the bags. And we would pass them out to anybody because we started out as homeless and veterans. We're like, how do we identify who's home? Everybody deserves this. If you're outside at the bus stop, and you on your way to work, you deserve this. If you are a public servant, you're a police officer, you're a fire person, and you are, we're going to give you this. And we were out, even when it was negative 17 degrees outside, we were out handing out. So you are seeding into a nonprofit that is community focused.
Yes.
And so I appreciate that because some people will say, how dare you allow money from someone who's talking about strip club? Because let me tell you something. Y'all have these meat raffles, y'all have beer blasts, and it's connected to churches, okay? Because it's by any means necessary. Mm-hmm. It is powering our community, our ecosystem. And in this last 3 minutes, I'm going to say a lot. So hold on to your seatbelt. But I'll say this. When we talk about the blueprint and blueprinting what our culture does and what we stand for. I've been to the strip club and I've had some amazing business deals done right in the strip club when I started my business in 2010. Because a lot of guys in construction be hanging out there. And I'm not going to say no names, but I had to go there and get some contracts signed. Because they was at the strip club, and that was like my first time stepping foot in there. And I'm like, I'm in the strip club? Meet you where? What's the address? And I'm in here signing deals, and then I'm eating steak.
Yep.
And the next thing I know, I'm at the ATM because I'm talking to people. I have met women who were artists. One woman, her entire body was tattooed, and she was featured in magazines, and she chose to be a dancer. That lady was so brilliant. Her marketing was brilliant. She was on Billboard. She was all over the world. So my point is, I've always thought and always have known that women behind the scenes are movers and shakers, and they choose this lifestyle because it's an art form to them. I'll say this. Anybody who wants to support The Rare Place or any other nonprofit, kudos to you for supporting and for giving back, because you did not have to do that.
Sure didn't,
you could
but
have
I
kept
wanted
this
to.
to yourself, and I appreciate you. And if somebody got something to say to Monisha, you got to go through me. And you know I come with a lot. But thank you for educating, for uplifting, for sharing. You will be back. And also, y'all going to be seeing her anyway because she is a part of the Buffalo Niagara MWBE and SDVOB capacity building program held at Oak House every third Wednesday of the month. And if you're interested, well, we kind of at capacity now. Go to the MWBEconference.com. Monisha, thank you. Where can they look up information about Cabaret Nights?
You can find me on Facebook at Monisha Groff. My next event is actually May 23rd. So cabaretnight716.com. Get up on there, check out my mission, my vision, and everything about me. And don't forget to reserve your seat.
Hello. And if you have more questions or want to be able to reach Monisha, I keep saying Monisha. If you really, I'm sorry, I only got a couple seconds. If you want to reach her, make sure that you reach out to us. You can call the radio station and they will get the message to us. Monisha, thank you. This has been a great show. This is Blueprint the Culture. I love y'all. Catch us here every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. See y'all next week.